All right, guys, welcome back. Jamie Shine, guys. I'm just gonna show you what we're actually doing today, the different things. These guys are doing an interior detail. Michael and Shogun. This thing's a pig. It already looks a ton better. And then we have a Subaru right here that our dent guy is actually doing a few dents. This is Ryan. He's out here pounding out a dent. Wish we had it before on that.
Literally pounding out.
Yeah. Wish we had it before on that. So what I'm doing is I have my buddy Jesus brought his car over. He was backing out of the garage and he hit scrapes. So let me show you what we're doing. Tomorrow we have a coating. We're gonna coat this 7-year owner's pride ceramic coating. So this is Explorer. That's probably tomorrow's project. But you guys don't even know what this is. This is the truck, the work truck. My buddy's dropping off the car. We just finished doing some headlight restoration on his car. All right, so back. So what we're gonna do now is, this is the car. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm only gonna touch this up. So I'm gonna sand all these spots down and I'm gonna airbrush paint into it. Wait a day for it to dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wet sand it and bring it back to life. So, cool. So, all right, I'm gonna go grab some sandpaper, start sanding all these down, and put some paint in it, wait for it to dry, and then finish it out tomorrow. Sweet. You gotta have your sand bucket. All right, so if you look at this, they're really deep gouges. So it's gonna be really hard to fix this. We're not gonna respray the panel. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna drop some paint in it and do some badass touch-up work on it. Okay, so first, I'm gonna grab my block. These are real hard. This is a hard rubber block. I don't want no give. So 800 grit sandpaper. I know it sounds really aggressive, but I want my paint to grab on. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go and grab some paint. This color's really tricky because it's really high metallic, this blue. It's a black, but it has a lot of blue flake in it. These edges are really scary. Okay, so now I'm gonna go grab some waxing grease, wipe it down, and make my paint. You can see, like, it really looks just black, and then you add it, and it has a lot of flake in there. It has a lot of that blue. I really like this type of blue. I think Honda has another blue or another black that has really high metallic, high flake in there. All right, now, so what I'm gonna do is I got my brush. I'm just gonna stripe it in there, wait for it to dry a little bit, then I'm gonna sand it down, and then I'm gonna put some clear coat over it. I'm gonna build, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna build this up and then touch it up. This takes time, it's not a quick thing. I'm gonna set it in there, let it fully dry, and then I'm gonna hit it again tomorrow. Key to doing this is clean. It needs to be clean. It needs to be very, very clean. Otherwise, it's not gonna come. It's just gonna peel up. When you're using a brush, especially when it's fresh, you want to make sure you have all the paint all the way in the actual hairs, the hog hair brushes.
Not just on the outside.
Yeah, you don't want it on that. You want it fully in there, and then you're just gonna drag it. You know, I use my finger as a guide, and I'm just gonna drag it on there. I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna drag it. So all I'm doing is covering it. I'm building it up, so it doesn't need to look that pretty. It just needs to look built up. you want it higher than the actual clear coat. So you're kind of using a lot of product. And then I'll sand it down. Okay. So after I got it all in there, all covered, I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit. You can also use a credit card and squeegee it in, but since I don't want it in the actual crack, I want it high. You have to build it up. Give it a second, let it dry. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna let that dry for a second and wait, and then I'm gonna rub it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna add more. So now I just have a damp, this is lacquer, it has lacquer on there. I'm just gonna lightly glide over and knock out all my extras, all the high spots down. I'm just cleaning it up a little bit. So you can notice right there, I wiped a little too hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and put more on there. Cool. All right, now it's just a waiting game. So now I'm gonna wait for it to 100% dry. I'll probably put a little bit of clear coat on it. And then we'll just go ahead and go from there. I'm actually just gonna dump. This is a 2-to-1 mixture clear coat. I'm just gonna make it, I'm gonna do like 5% color, 95% clear. And then when you're putting clear coat on, you want more of a brush, all one direction. You don't want to go in coloring like that. All one direction. Sorry it's so loud, we're a working shop. Everybody's working. Okay, so now I'm just gonna let it sit here for a second. I'm just gonna actually probably just pull it outside and get it in direct sunlight. Let it dry probably for a full day. I'm gonna let it dry probably till midday tomorrow, then the day tomorrow. Then I'm gonna come back in, wet sand it, polish it out, and bring it back to life. All right, guys, this is the day. This is the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll make this right. Peace out.